What's up, guys? Welcome to Blake's Garage. I'm working on my new to me 3rd gen 4Runner project. I got a 5th gen that's pretty done up. What we're going to be doing today is the in-cap frame mod for this Toyota 4Runner. And you might be saying, what the heck are you talking about? Because I guess we got a fat lip bumper. That's this big boy, 2000 to 2002. Sticks out. There's kind of another crash structure up front. We'll go ahead and pop this off. I'll show you guys how to pop off the full bumper. But I want to be running a winch. And well, when you want to run a winch, and this is the open road winch, they sent this out to me, pretty sweet. We'll be trying this one out. I got a warrant on the 5th gen. It just recently crapped out too, which is kind of funny. It won't spool. Oh, it'll free spool, but it won't. Still knows when engaged to make it go out. So that's kind of fun on a VR10. You're putting that in that. The answer to that is no, not really. I'm going to be putting that into this. Got a Coastal Offroad bumper. So if you guys have not watched my channel or you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We will be doing this right after I do this modification to the frame. But I didn't see a good video on YouTube on this. See a couple things on the forums. So why not go over it? But yeah, pretty cool. This is the high clearance closed deck, so that I can fit a winch without having to chop into your grill. I see a lot of people do aftermarket grills. I don't like that. I'm gonna probably paint this one up. Just SEM trim black on the OE areas just to make it look nice again. But I really like the OE grill. I think it looks like it belongs on a 3rd gen 4Runner that's been around for 30 years. Because it has. Pop under here. We are gonna remove the blinkers. You should just be able to just twist the light out. Boom. Twist the light bulb out just like that and get water leaking onto our hands. Popping under here, seeing if I can't get wet again. Oh yeah, dude. For whatever reason, there's water in there. Oh, also, I did RCI skids on my car all the way under, brand new. That was like pretty much the first mod after I did all the other stuff. So we got this little plastic tab on the bumper, 12 mil. We got, I think, is this 12? No, 14. Wow, that one's loosey-goosey. So, my bumper was replaced. I bought this car. I was like, I asked a lady when I bought the car, I was like, is there a front end collision? Because it's plastic. Look, way too new. Like, no, but her brother apparently did get in a front end collision. When I Carfaxed it, it popped up, and I was like, hey, it was a slight accident, but whatever. Look how loose that bolt is. This is Body Shop 101 for you. Oh yeah, dude, it's not even tight. That's so Body Shop-esque. I swear, never let anyone work on your own car. If you don't know anything, I guess do it. But that's the kind of stuff you get. So we'll take those ones out. Take that one out. Under right there. I think it's another 12. But of course, it's not super easy to get to. So we'll grab a different tool. Is this thing on full bore? I don't know. It's on stage 1. Put it to stage 3 and hit the banes on this bad boy. Oh yeah, dude. Get out of there. Oh yeah, brother. That's that little hook. Oh, you can obviously use a ratchet, but I'm using my right hand angle. This is the only time this thing's actually benefited me. Let me see. I just did the other side, and it worked on the other side, so let's see if it'll work on this side. Yep, worked on this side. Oh yeah. Okay. Very nice, very nice. OE from Bumba. And if you have a crashed 4Runner and you're just trying to replace yours, let me know. So that's a bit bent, which is a bit sus. Basically, it's not great. Hopefully these frame horns not bent at all. It still looks pretty straight. That one's just, for whatever reason, I'm gonna take this off. Looks like another 14. That's slightly bent down there at the bottom. Huh. There'll be some heat in that. Oh yeah. It's nice and hot and a bit of metal. So, not ideal, but oh, yeah, it galled the hell out of it. 14's on the bottom as well. Crash structure. Oh yeah, it just like literally just hooks right on there. Two of the guys were like, yeah, at the factory. It really is extra short. It's just literally, I think the regular ones come out to like at least here or something. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut this back, and yeah, and then we're gonna grind it off the back so you can see where the car got smacked. I mean, it did get smacked decent. So front left impact. Frame rails seem straight, so that's good. But yeah, it definitely did take a whacking right there. Real quick. New angle grinder. We got our old one right here. 2783-20 tool. And we'll be doing a quick unboxing of this bad boy. The outside of this is a brand new tool, obviously, hence the box. It's their newest. What's it got? So it's got rapid braking stop, 13 amps of corded power. We'll compare the two. Ready arc intelligence, power state, 4-speed control, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. This is a 4.5-inch tooth. You can actually lock it out. You can track inventory, runtime of all your tools. Oh yeah, this one has multiple modes. Really good. And 4. We'll do mode 4 because we are cutting. Pretty good for that. Difference? Like this one just, this new one sounds like it's just got the beans, man. It's funny because this one sounds completely different. But I do like the way this guard moves. So it sounds totally different. So I was giving it a heavy push to kind of give it a bog. Totally ripping through it. No problem. Push as well. I mean, to be honest, didn't really bog it at all. I could hear it bogging more, but it's totally fine. So let's do a little more cutting. Cut this down. Totally ripped that off there, and yeah, the grinder feels great. I'm gonna give this one more cut because we're gonna grind down the welds on the backside right here. But dude, I'm liking that. Now, you know what? Let's go ahead and give it a try. Cut off those frame horns. This thing's a beast. Braking grinder. This is the 3672-18, 4.5 to 6. Whereas I got my other, this is a braking grinder as well, 2783-20. Wow, does that one feel freaking smooth. And variable modes. Popped off here. We're gonna grind the welds on the backside, and then we gotta reinforce the frame horns. Now, basically, yep, should just pop off like that. And this one, that's gotta get literally right in there. Just trying to break the penetration. That's literally right there, which, you know, is a good thing. Oh yeah, just peel it back. No big deal. Yep, boom. So I was looking in my pile of steel, you know, and then I found that one piece that you've been keeping for years that I'm gonna be able to use. So this looks like 3/16. I love this little Miller, it's a little steel gauge. It's pretty cool because it helps you identify your wall thickness on tubing. So like, is that 5/16? No, that's 1/4 inch wall tube, square tube, which is pretty damn thick. And then you can like check out something like this where I have a cut, and you can see that this is it 1/4? Might be 1/4, 3/16. It's like right on the verge, right on the veg. I think it's 3/16 because on 3/16 it'll kind of go over right there. I don't think it's 1/4 because it's a little loose. But anyways, this little gauge is really nice. tell you like your type of wire size, and then yeah, just tells you your steel type. So like for example, we're going from that, and then the frame itself is only 1/8 gauge or 1/8. It's not even, or is it 10? Might be 10. Nah, dude, it's like 1/8, 1/8" steel. So yeah, we got to reinforce this because that's not very strong. It is nice though that it is boxed, so it is completely boxed, not a C channel. Well, I'll tell you what, like on a Chevy 1500, that steel is probably, I don't know, I think it's at least 3/16, but yeah. At this point, I can just make this piece, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my Coastal Offroad piece and put it down here. This is my piece number 1, and it's basically gonna tie into these 2 spots on here, and then yeah. Oh, jeez. Well, isn't that great? So we already have perfect. So I already have an issue with my skid plate, so I'm gonna have to release the skid plate here, undo these bolts, drop it down to where we can get to the back. So this is all stuff that's good to know. I may have to run my angle grinder and just trim that and then respray that whole piece, because this is basically running exactly, pretty much exactly there along that front piece. And this is just what happens with like armor and stuff. But I think I can just loosen it, to be honest. I think now we got enough room between that. I may just have to I might just put like a spacer in between here for when I do this. That way it's not kind of pressing fully on the bumper. Kind of got that down there. We got this piece up here. It looks like this first piece is kind of gonna go like this. One nice thing is you could tell they didn't make it to where both sides work. So if you put it in upside down, see how the notches don't line up? That's pretty cool, right? So, very nice. Not to say I did that, because I didn't, because I labeled it the right way. But and then that's where our hole is gonna go, and then we'll burn on a little nut and bolt and whatever right into there. Cut this off flush. Go ahead and remeasure this, and I'll go ahead and mark it. Do you want to mark it on that top piece? So we'll mark that real quick. By the way, that was the piece we cut off before. Also, I got scared. I kind of forgot. When I cut with this, it's a nice cold saw, so yeah, we can cut stuff perfectly, and it's not hot afterwards. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm like 100% on, so I'll kind of grind that, beat it in. It's pretty much 100% spot on, which is what I want. So we want that too, so that when it's in there, if it's pulling this way, it doesn't have any deflection, right? Like the deflection's going straight into the frame, up and down. So that's the idea there. So we'll go ahead and kind of round bevel the edges right here. Took my camera in to charge it a little bit, but this is what I made. These are the plates, 3/16 steel. I sanded them down, or grinded them down, so they are nice and flush. Those are gonna have a nice little bevel, cleaned up all the steel around, so that's good. Put a 1/2-inch hole through the middle there, and that is gonna have a nut on it that's gonna be retained from the backside, so we're gonna weld that on right now. We'll rosette weld that bad boy, and then we'll boom, 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 throw a bead all the way around that. We will take this off so that we don't get any residual slag or anything on that guy. We don't want to weld anything to it. This is the other one. It's pretty nice. I had to actually grind back this inner piece. I messed up a little bit right there, hit it with the grinder a little bit, but I took it back on the inside here so that this would recess a bit further. Then also I kind of rounded these corners here and here due to the fact that the frame pinches down in those areas. So this was kind of going in past those spots. So we got it in there, and that's gonna be super solid and nice. So we'll tack that bolt on the backside. I got a, what is it? Selection, these were M10 1.25 nuts, I want to say, and I have a bit of a non-bolt selection, as you can see. Yeah, I bought up a hardware store that went out of business, so that was sucked, but also nice. I have it now. There's one, that is the first one, that is the driver's side, so I'll go ahead and do one, put it in, weld it. Do this one so I don't lose track of it, because I've kind of made them for each side. Weld this up. I got my FR jacket on. I got my welding jacket over here. I'll probably slap that on one side. Welding gloves. Too many people do this shit without welding gloves. It's really stupid, in my opinion. UV burns, regular burn, all that stuff. Skin cancer. No bueno. Put on some freaking gloves, man. Bead/tacks on the inside, a little bit stronger. That one kind of like a tack, can't really get in there as much. Just put on a couple tacks and then we'll weld this in. I have a bead, which means I need to actually turn it up a little bit. It just means the frame was getting good, but it wasn't getting a ton of heat into the part itself. So we'll go ahead and do that. I mean, for the most part, it looks fine so far. I turned the shade down. It's been a while. It's been like 4 years since I've welded something, so it's okay. Let's go ahead and throw the bead down on that right there. Welded that up. I'm gonna level that out on the bottom. Top's fine, side's fine. It doesn't look horrible, doesn't look great. I've done 1,000 times better than that, but it's been a while, and yeah, that vertical wasn't great. Kind of drooped down a little bit. So that's the plate. That's the nut welded in the back right there. This is it right here. We'll kind of whack it in with the hammer a little bit just to get it nice and kind of tight. We'll weld it up, get it flush and flat, and burn this in. Weld on the front right there, not too shabby. I opened up like a little bit of a hole right there, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and grind that down again. That'll stay flush. See, this is why you wear gloves. This is why you wear gloves. See that? People that don't wear gloves, that's their finger. I don't understand it. So anyways, yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and just grind the face flat. Okay, so that is basically the frame cap. That is part one of a bumper install. This is what you gotta do. ARB bumpers, pretty much any aftermarket bumper, that's what you're gonna do. Oh, I forgot, I got a rosette weld that side right there, so I'll do that real quick. But yeah, besides that little rosette weld, that's it. We are flush on the face. Let's hit a little rosette weld real quick, which is basically a freaking circle weld. We'll just fill that in. That way the side is nice and strong. I already drilled a 1/2-inch hole through the bottom of the frame rail right here. So yeah, all that stuff should be good. Let me just double check to make sure that freaking bolt still lines up. I hope it does. Hopefully this didn't make it like too short or something stupid. No. Okay. Yeah, that's still good. You could see that you could possibly interfere with the bolt that's too long. So also make sure when you're going into there that your bolt isn't too freaking long. And I guess they were doing these washers as spacers, or they're just a ton of washers. I don't really know. So that pretty much ends the video on the frame cap. Hopefully you guys enjoy that video. Hopefully that helps a bunch of people out there. Then next videos will be starting to build the bumper. plate 1, plate 2, the rest of the stuff on the Coastal Offroad. We're basically gonna get started on this. So that's actually gonna happen right now. But I figured I would break this off into a video on basically the prep work you need to do on a 3rd gen 4Runner when you're gonna be installing an aftermarket bumper. So yeah, there's the end cap, end plates, kind of just grinded those all down so they look all flush and nice. Good penetration all the way around. No cracks or anything like that. You can't see where the welds were or any of that stuff. You know, smooth looking bead on that. Decent looking bead on the backside. Gotta beat it on all the way around. This bolt can come out now. So we made sure that our threads were good. We put a little nut in there. And now we should be good to go. Cool.